Hello, this is Chris from QuadShot Software with the next in our series of videos on OpenTickets Community Edition. In the previous video I showed you how to use all of the tools for our new seating extension. In this video I'm actually going to show you how you draw the seats on the seating chart that you would like to use. Now, to make more room here, I'm going to switch to distraction-free mode. And I'm also going to zoom in a couple of steps just so that I can draw a little bit more neatly. Now, as you can see here, I've got a seating chart that consists of squares for the seats. So I need to overlay my seats within this extension on top of that. And so to do that, I'm going to select the square seat tool. Having selected the square seat tool, in order to be able to draw the seat, what I do is I start with the mouse pointer in the top left-hand corner of my seat, and then I just hold down the mouse button and draw downwards so that it forms the seat. Having selected it, having done that, what I now do is I point to the pointer tool and select the seat there. Now you'll notice here a box has popped up, a properties box has popped up in the right hand side. We'll go over all of the settings that are needed in this and subsequent videos. What I want to do first of all is to expand it by clicking the Show Advanced. The two things I want to set here are, first of all, the capacity. This is an individual seat, so its capacity is going to be 1. The next thing I need to do is the fill transparency, because you'll notice that over here where we've drawn our seat, it has completely obscured the number 1 indicating seat number 1 underneath it. What we want to do is to set a level of opacity so that what is underneath shows through. You can obviously choose this at your leisure, but I've found that using 0.5 works fairly well. Having selected 0.5, if I now select somewhere else on the chart, you can see that the number 1 is clearly showing through that seat. Now, we could draw each seat individually, but that would take rather a long time, and we've added a productivity tool to make things very much easier. What you're going to need to do is to select the seat, so with the mouse pointer tool selected, click on the seat so that the 4 little circles appear at its corners. Now, in order to copy this seat, what we need to do is, if you are on a Windows PC, you hold down Control, Shift, Alt, and press a cursor direction key in the direction that you would like that seat to be copied. If you're on a Mac, you press Command, Shift, Alt, and use a cursor key. I'm on a Windows PC, so I'm going to use Control, Shift, Alt, and right cursor to copy the seat to the right. Now, in order to move that seat, we could actually move it with a mouse, but it's going to be a lot neater if we use the cursor keys to move that so that it neatly lines up with our seat that's underneath. I'm going to do the next one, so again, Control, Shift, Alt, right cursor, and let's move that so that it's neatly over the next one. And a fourth one, Control, Shift, Alt, cursor, and let's move that. So now we have 4 seats drawn. Rather than copy 1 seat, we can copy 4 seats. And to do this, we'll use our marquee tool, the mass selection tool. If we click on that, and then if we draw a box around those seats, you'll now see that 4 seats are selected. So now if I want to copy 4 seats at a time, I press Control, Shift, Alt, and right cursor, and then line those seats up a little better. Control, Shift, Alt, right cursor, and let's line them up, and Control, Shift, Alt, right cursor. Now you'll notice that we have a surplus spare seat, so pick the pointer tool, select that one individual seat, and press the delete button. What I now need to do is to be able to duplicate these seats going down for each of the other rows. So again, using my mass selection marquee tool, I'm going to select the seats I want to copy. Having selected that, now I want to copy them going down, so I hold down Control, Shift, Alt, and down cursor, and let's neaten that up a little bit. And Control, Shift, Alt, down cursor. Control, Shift, Alt, down cursor. And finally, Control, Shift, Alt, down cursor. So let's neaten that row A up a little bit. And we've got one spare seat, so again with the pointer tool, let's select that one seat and delete. You can see row C is slightly out of kilter, so if we go to our mass selection tool and we select the seats in row C, again just nudge it with the cursor down key, and there you can see we have created our seating chart in fairly quick time.